Go ahead.
Um, hi everyone. Welcome to one more workshop with Career Go for AIMS focus on methods. This call will be shared on our Career Go social media for reference and wider impact to everyone. And the recording will upload it to our YouTube channel for reference and further usage. If you're not comfortable being streamed or recorded, you're welcome to leave the session now. This material is going to be shared with everyone, and you are welcome to share with others so they can access this material later. The community will post your networking, meeting other people, networking with other professionals, practice and skills, knowledge. There are lots of knowledge in each and every workshop that we deliver here, and share and learn from others. We work to help see everyone in a job they love, as well as find, use your full potential. So this is our goal for each and every one of you. The call structure is share your LinkedIn profile. You're welcome to share your LinkedIn profile here on the chat. So you click on the chat, you open the chat and you'll share your LinkedIn if you're comfortable to do so. And then you can connect with others. I already connected with lots of people here. You're welcome to connect with us too. Please keep your cameras on so we can see you, and you mute your sound during the presentation so there is no disturbance in between. Unless you want to speak, you want to ask questions, there is a tool, you can raise your hand and ask questions or write your question, and we'll be able to see your question and read out loud. We reserve a time for questions and answers at the end of the call. And then you can just ask the speaker or ask, we have recruiters on the call, so you can ask the recruiter. If there are many questions, we may limit 2 minutes for each attendee. Survey, please answer our survey at the end of the call. There is a very quick survey, it won't take you more than a minute. At the end of the call, I share this link, and you may, if you subscribe using Eventbrite, you'll receive by email as well. So just open that survey, it will take a minute, and then we want to hear from you. Group selfie. We also take a group selfie. We want to register this moment, our connection. So if you are comfortable to do so, we'll just ask you to open your camera and we can take a group selfie at the end of the call. And kudos and recommendations. This community is all delivered by volunteers, speakers, and organizers who dedicated their times and efforts to serve you. If you can spend a few minutes recognizing them on LinkedIn for their impact, that would be great. So you just share the event, you share what you learn with others. So please engage and ask questions. We learn when we ask. We learn when we listen, but we learn more when we ask. Join and share what you learn with others. This is very important because we are a community. It's important to engage others. It's important to share our knowledge. We want everyone to grow. Connect with others, connect with us, connect with people outside of the community. This is just a process that you learn how to network. And subscribe to the YouTube channel to get all videos. We had some very good workshops that happened. And then if you want to check these workshops, just go to YouTube channel. And if you miss a workshop, just go. And by 1 day or 2 after the workshop day, then you'll get the access to the recording. And our next session, so we have coming up, getting organized in your job search. So sometimes things just get messy. How to help get ourselves organized. This Sunday, February 28th, 10 a.m. Resume 101, and this comes from your request, so we listen to what you say. Some people ask some tips on resume, and we'll have Thursday, March 4th, 8 p.m. Eventbrite links will be posted in your Facebook and LinkedIn groups to register. So every time we have a new event, we'll have an Eventbrite. You can subscribe to the event and you'll receive emails, reminders, and if you have questions, you can contact us as well. So now I will invite Paul to introduce our bright speaker of the day. And Paul?
Thank you, Mariana. It's a real pleasure to get to introduce my friend and co-conspirator here. We put a lot of effort into bringing these calls together to build this community. So participate, come back. The information shared, the resources that we have and build on and that you contribute to are huge. And there's so much to gain from every call. I've been blown away by the caliber of our speakers. And tonight we have a great speaker, and he's right here in front of us. I have the pleasure of introducing him. When Ahmed first arrived in Canada in July 2014, he thought his wealth of international experience as an engineer and project manager would make it easy to land a job. He had worked for big companies like Motorola, Alcatel, Cisco, and Nokia, but he was sadly mistaken. He did not understand Canadian culture, and he didn't know what he didn't know. Fortunately, by making a full-time job of learning and attending any training he could find, he uncovered valuable resources that landed him a contract with Motorola in 3 short months. One contract led to another until Ahmed got hired full-time at Microsoft. Today, he's going to share the 4 M's that job seekers must have to get the job they want and love. So please help me welcome Ahmed Zayed.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today, and very excited and passionate to help you, and always, understand what you need, and how we can really support your requirements. So today, as Dr. Paul mentioned, we'll focus on the 4 M's. Those are things that is very, very important for you to understand, but we'll dive deeper on the methods specifically. The methods are very important, is just to know what to do, how to do it, things that you can practice and you really use to reach your goals. So with that, I'm gonna jump into it. So like, most of us, we get into certain point of time that we don't know where to go. And this is normally the time when you're searching for a job. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Or should I go another way? So should I continue searching for the same job that I used to search for before? Should I try something different? Should I maybe go to study? Maybe should I go for a survival job? So all those questions came to me, came to you, came to everybody who are searching for a job, because this is where we are. We get confused. We don't know really what to do, and it's just because of the so many things that is happening around us, and with COVID, even it became even tougher because we're not seeing people, we're not really able to get into places where we can find support. So today I'm gonna try to give you a little bit of some information in the slides, and then I will demo to you. I will show you how to use this practically in your job search. So I'm gonna maybe ask you, if you don't mind, to keep the questions until the end. I'm gonna try to run through those slides as soon as I can, so that, again, without losing the quality. So if you have any question, just put in the chat, and I will answer all the questions hopefully at the end. So who's this call for? Our story, the misses, and the 4 M's methods, and then call to action, and then I will go for the demo, and we can also have the Q&A. So this call is particularly for immigrants like myself and others, newcomers who are still trying to find their way, international students, and people who lost their jobs due to COVID, due to any reason. This may be focused on IT sector because I'm from IT. However, there is so many methods that can apply to other sectors. So if you are not from IT, let me know so that maybe we can help you with other sectors. This call is also for someone who hadn't not been searching for a job for the last 2-3 years. So if you've been, maybe due reason or another, you were studying, you were not really searching, whatever that reason is, this call is for you. Now you're going back to the market, you want to get to understand what should I do. So why this call is important for you? Again, the networking piece, the LinkedIn profile is very important for the job search. So again, please, if you are comfortable, share your LinkedIn profile, connect with everybody who share their LinkedIn on the chat, because this is how you will grow your network. Practice your virtual presence in a friendly format. So today, if you're able to open your camera and become present on the camera, this will help you, because when you do the interview, you will be requested to be on camera. You will be requested to show your facial, you will requested to show your body language. This is how interviewers will get to know you. So please practice this in this friendly environment. Nobody will judge you here, but it's just a way for you to be ready when you have that interview. Okay. Learn smart methods to reduce your time and energy. And again, we'll go through this in the demo section. Get answers to questions live. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. It's very important that you be curious. This is what helped me. When I came to Canada, I was very curious. I was like a child. I kept nagging. I kept asking questions. What is this? What is that? Why is this? Why is that? And, some people were very, very helpful, and they never, let me go without an answer. So going forward, so I'm just gonna go through my story, or our story actually together. So again, I graduated. Sorry, I graduated from university like most of you, and you got my first job. Then I started traveling. I went through many countries all over the world. Then again, I joined some good places. I met people, and then I immigrated to Canada. Once I immigrated to Canada, I found myself, again, as Dr. Paul mentioned, looking for a job. Despite my experience, despite my great profile, I was really lost at that time. So I had to use my network, and then I was connected to a friend who found me a contract in Motorola, then another contract with Cisco. Then again, I had to stay at home for some time. So again, I'm just explaining this to tell you that this is happening to everybody, and you will reach that day that you will be a full-time, or maybe you have your own business even. So it's just a matter of time and effort and energy to do that. So again, I volunteered to Canada Techno Club. I volunteered to TEDx Ottawa. I did some other coaching and mentoring through Cisco and others. And then right now I'm with Microsoft full-time doing project management. So one of the biggest misses of the job search, that you think you can maybe find a job without doing a lot. And again, searching for a job is almost like a full-time job. You have to be very focused. You have to be persistent. You have to, solve your problems and find ways to solve the problems every day. And, don't get stuck. It's, when you are in work, you're already employed, you have problems. And when you get stuck in a problem at work, you find solution. Your way to be recognized in work is to find the solutions and get that resolved. The language and communication is one of the biggest thing also. If you siloed yourself and start only using your initial language, not English, not French, you will not be able to communicate with people. So you will lose a great potential here. So the language is very important. If English is not my first language, as most of you. So I just kept trying. I kept practicing. I kept meeting people who speaks English until I learned more, and I kept trying. So again, one day you will be better than me either. So just keep trying. So the third myth is, do I just go for study to find a job or not? Again, so many people come to me and ask me, should I just go and find a degree just to get to the job? So my answer always, it depends. You don't need to study unless This is really your passion, and the degree will really become a prerequisite for that job. Otherwise, don't really study. Don't waste your money or effort to study just for the sake of thinking that this will get you the job. There is so many people who went to study, but they didn't really get the job because the homework has to be done. Mike, Eleni, do you want to add anything about what I just said here?
It's true. Yes, you have to be prepared, and it's a job. It's like, you know, you've got to sell yourself out there. You've got to be fully prepared for any position that you're looking to get, and of course, sometimes you can get too much education and not really benefit you. It's whatever the job is required, that's what you should have. So,
thank you, Mike. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So Mike is a recruiter, and if you need any help from Mike, just please connect with him. Eleni also is a recruiter. Eleni, do you want to add anything here? Okay, no worries. Maybe you have some audio issues. Okay, I'll move on. So what are those 4Ms that we are speaking about? So the 4Ms are the mindset, which is what do you tell yourself about yourself? Like, do you think that you're good enough? Do you think you are doing so much mistakes and you're not good to work again? Or do you think you're not ready for the job? If those questions are in your mindset and they are putting you down, putting you behind, then you need to change that mindset. And the other thing is the motivation. Do you love what you're doing? Do you love to find a job, or do you just do it just because I have to do it? If you don't have that motivation really to find a job, recruiters will know that. They will see this in your language. They will see this in your eyes, in your body language, and they will know that you're not really keen to find that job. So unless you're really motivated to find a job, it will be passion. It will be found in your tone of voice. It will be found in the way your body language and everything else. The third M in the methods, which we'll dive into today, is exactly what should I do to reach that job. And again, we'll show you lots of things. So I don't want to speak about the method now. The fourth M is the measurement. So again, like anything else, if we don't measure our journey, we'll not know what we're doing. We'll not know if we're going in the right way or not. So I'll give you a very, very quick example. So if you want to go from location A to location B, so what do you normally do? You put a GPS, and the GPS will tell you have like 20 minutes or 30 minutes to go from that location to this location. And then it will tell you there is maybe a traffic on the middle. So those 20 minutes is your measurement. So you know that after 5 minutes, you will be left with 15 minutes. So like the same thing in your job search, you will know through things that I will show you that you're close to the job. So I will give you an example from the job search. So if you're applying for 20 jobs per week and you're getting 0 interviews or 0 phone calls, what does this mean? This means that you're very far from your job, right? But if you're applying for 20 jobs per week and then you're getting 5 interviews every week, this means that your rate or your progress is very high and the success rate is getting to where you go. So if you get 5 interviews and you do good in 2 interviews maybe, then you have at least maybe 2 offer letters, then that's how you measure. So all those numbers are very important for you to know how you really want to achieve the job offer and the job itself. So I'm going to jump now into the methods specifically. So and I want to focus on the how. So what are you really doing today? Are you sending the same resume over and over and over again without changing anything? So if you're doing that and you're getting 0 phone calls, then your first action is to change your resume. your first action is to change who you're sending the resume to. So again, those two things are very important. And again, as you can see, every number counts. So if you're sending the same resume and you're getting zero, phone calls or zero interviews, then you must change it. Otherwise, you will keep getting the same result. This is obvious. Nothing will happen. And if you speak the same language, so if I'm originally from Egypt, if I keep speaking Arabic all the time, does this help me to get the job? No, it will not help me. So what I need to do, I have to speak the same language of the people whom I'm gonna work with. If it's English, I need to speak English. If it's French, I need to speak French. Okay, the next one, how to find the job. So jobs are very aligned with people. So how many people do I know today that could get me the job? So if I know 5 people, tomorrow I need to know 10 people, because the more people I know, the more opportunities I will get. So reach out to some more people. Okay, are you gonna target the same profiles or maybe different profiles? So if, let's say, at the beginning I was targeting a senior project manager or a director, so at certain level of point I thought maybe let's just put project manager. That's basic, that could help me really get into the market, and I did get into the market. So those kind of things you need to start checking every time you go. Should I keep on sending the same to the same company all the time, or should I find other companies? This is again important. So all those things is very important to know when you're searching. Different things need to change and different ways, and you have to keep testing. No one will know you better than you. So no matter how many people are helping you, if you don't know yourself, nobody could maybe give you the job. So you need to know yourself better and see how to change things to get to the next level. Okay, the next one. So those are the main things that you need to focus. First thing, define your targets. Which profile, which companies, which people I need to target. Those are 3 things that is very important. And second thing is plan your activity, like what I'm going to do on Monday, what I'm going to do on Tuesday, what's going to do on Wednesday. So every day counts, every minute counts. If you don't plan your activity, days will go by, you will feel like, frustrated, nothing is happening, nothing changing, and, nothing will change. Measure your progress. Again, we spend some time on those. See how many jobs you're applying this week, how many jobs you're applying next week. What are the interviews numbers for every week? And keep changing as needed. You don't need to get stuck into certain direction without changing. You have to continuously change until you really reach the formula that will get you to the job. And grow your network. Again, I cannot emphasize more than people. Your best chance is through people. 80% of the jobs are hidden. When I say hidden, meaning that you cannot just get to the jobs unless you know Mike, for example, unless you know Eleni. If you know Eleni, if you know Mike, they could find you jobs. So the more people like Mike and Eleni that you know, the more chances that you will get to the job. Anything you want to add, Mike, from your side?
No, that is absolutely true. And you know what? When you say grow your network, so if, for example, if you come from Brazil and you don't know too many people here, there's different groups, from Brazil, and a lot of them are in IT, of course. And if you can just join those groups, whether they're from Brazil or from whatever country, and that way there is a form of, as you say, grow your network. Well, that's how you grow your network. You'll get to know more people there. People will be at their own, jobs, and if anything comes up, they'll think of you if you're a match for the skill set. It all helps. It certainly all helps. It certainly does.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, and the last thing, again, when we do this alone, it's tough. trust me, it's very tough if you do it alone. So you need somebody to be with you, somebody to push you, somebody to take your hand, somebody to, look into other ways, things that you're not seeing because you're into it. So make sure you have a mentor or a buddy, and again, we'll show you how to find those guys. So the high level view on how to do this is, the first thing is self-discovery. I need to know myself. I need to know who I am, what really excites me, what really, are my values, what's my skills, what's my preference. So do I like to work outdoor? Do I like to work indoor? Do I like to work in an office space? Do I like to work in a customer facing? So all those questions you need to ask yourself, because if you don't know yourself, nobody will know you. It will be tough. So you need to know yourself first, what you really like, how you like it, and then define your targets based on that. Then the next step is your career goal. Again, what should I target, in 3 months, in 6 months? Should I work, for example, for, Tim Horton? Or should I work for Amazon? Should I work for Google? What exactly my 3 months, 6 months, 1 year goals that will help me get back to that, big dream, whatever that is. And then you put that plan, you put that in sequence. So that, like, for 3 months, I'm gonna develop my skills. For 3 months, I'm gonna work as Uber, but I will learn to communicate with people while driving. This helped me a lot at a certain level. So those plans should be clear. Like, what's your networking? How are you gonna train yourself? What's your job experience? Connections. Build your network. So this should be in a plan. And then the last step is really, actioning on that plan, and getting very, action oriented on that. So define your own future. Again, the goals is important. Then the reality, you need to know what the market is, what's happening outside your bubble, because again, you get affected. If you don't know the market, then you will be assuming things that is not going to happen. So what are the options? Should I work remotely during COVID, for example? Should I work from home? Is that option okay for me? Am I ready to work from home during COVID, or I'm not ready? And then based on those options, you define your way forward. One other sample, if you are able to understand yourself, you know your skills, your core strengths, your development areas, development actions, progress actions. So this sheet, I can send it to you by email if you want. After this call, if you put your email in the survey link of this call. So again, this is just a way for you to understand yourself and put that in action. So at the end of the day, you're able to put that in a plan. And when you put in a plan, then you action on the plan, then you don't get confused. You don't feel like tomorrow I should go for car sales, for example. I did that myself. Unfortunately, I was in a place that in the middle of my search, I went and took some certificate to be a car sales. It wasted my time. I learned a few things, but it wasted my time, because I was lost. I was distracted, that's what happened to me, and it could happen to you. I even went to try to be a driving instructor, So imagine, those kind of ideas come to your mind, and then you move. There is always a way. But again, if you are not having that plan, you will always get distracted. Okay, we're 8:30. I'm going to try to go through this quickly, and then I want to go to the demo. So those are some actions that you need to do regularly. And I put them in 2 slides so that you know what to do. So if you want to plan your search activities, there is way. There is either you can use Trello or you want to use Excel. And I will show you this in the demo. And why you do this? You avoid distraction. Today, it's very, very distractful. You could start a way, then suddenly you jump in another way because your friend or your buddy They told you there is a big option there, just go and study this for 3 months and then you will be good. So you leave everything, whatever you're doing, and then you start doing a new thing. And what happens after you start this new thing? Then you find out that you don't like it. So then you return back and then you lost already 2-3 months. Okay, measuring your progress, and I will show you how you measure your progress through this tool, hunter.co. Know your profile with respect to the market. So Indeed and LinkedIn is very, very important in that case. Set target companies, 30, 50 companies, and I will show you how to find those companies as well. Find people with the same profile as yours and those companies that you're targeting. So LinkedIn is your best source. So just type your role, for example, software engineer, computer science, whatever your role is, and find people who are like you in your same city or in your same area. Conduct informational interview. So there is tons of videos on YouTube. Just write informational interview, and this will show you what to do when you meet someone to learn about their jobs. You don't ask them to hire you. You just ask them what they do, what the day-to-day looks like in their company, what they say, what they use as tools all the time. So all these things is very important for you to know, and the YouTube, and I will show you some YouTube specifically for that. The next one is update your resume. So if you don't know this tool, jobscan.com is very, very good tool. It gives you like 3 trials for free. You put the job description in one side, you put your resume in one side, and then what it will do, it will tell you exactly what are you missing between the job description and your resume in terms of skills or keywords. Understand the salary ranges. Okay, so today you're searching for a job. So if I ask you how much money do you want, you will start thinking, I don't know. Okay, so there is websites that will tell you exactly how much salary this job is gonna give you. So you don't go higher, you don't go lower. Just try to get to that level of the job salary that it's giving in the market. So, and again, I will show you this website too. Network. Again, lots of things that you can use to network even at home, at your desk from home. Eventbrite is one of them. If you just open Eventbrite and type networking, you'll find tons of events every day. Meetup. If you're in Ottawa, or even if you're not in Ottawa, Invest Ottawa is a good resource for you. I learned tons of information from Invest Ottawa at the beginning of my search journey. Again, LinkedIn, Facebook, also they have their own events. You can just search on that. Find a mentor buddy. Again, LinkedIn is a good resource. Volunteering. If you're in Ottawa, Volunteer Ottawa is a good resource for you. If you're in Ontario, Mississauga, or anywhere, you will find something similar. Just search Volunteer Mississauga, you will find some websites. Volunteer Toronto, you will find some websites. Volunteer Halifax, you will find some websites. So just do this, and you will get to know where to find. The last thing is, again, developing your skills. So remember that the world is moving very quickly. So every day you need to add more skills to your belt, because you don't know what skills you will need where. So keep on adding those skills. It's better to know what skills you want for the job. And one thing that you may know or you don't know, the library in all Canada will give you tons of resources online, and I will show you now in the demo. So what I wanted to do now is I'm gonna move to the demo and show you all those things practically. So let me just switch on to another screen here and move to the demo. Okay, just give me a second here. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the first sheet that I want to show you, this is just a very simple sheet that you can use to track, and let me maybe make it bigger. Okay, can you see it better now?
Yeah, much better.
Yes,
Yeah.
much better for sure.
So for example, the Monday, you wake up, you get ready, you take coffee, you volunteer, you take lunch, you do workshop and family time, lunch, LinkedIn check-in, entertainment, Again, this is just a sample. You could change anything here, but you need to have something like that. Otherwise, your days will pass, you will not know what's happening, how it's happening. If you do this simple table, even if you do it in a piece of paper, just do it, have it somewhere that you know what you're tracking. The second way of tracking is Trello. You could have something like Trello. This is online tool, and you can just have free access. You put Monday, I will do LinkedIn, I will do volunteer, I will do workshops. You keep adding. You press here, just say volunteer, and then that's it. You say development, and you keep adding things that you will do every day, and then every day when you do it, you just cross it. So you see here, you can just maybe say done, completed. Where is it? I think it's here somewhere. Anyway, due date, you can just say maybe tomorrow or next day. You just put the day. Start date. Okay, the start date. This is the due date, and it's this date. Then we save, and then once we do it, we just say it's done. I can't remember where now, but I don't want to spend my time here for this. So again, this is just a way for you to have your plan. So if you don't have something like this for your plan, then days will go by, you will not know what you're doing. Okay, next thing. So we got to the plan. So now you're applying for jobs. So hunter.co is a website that would help you with your job search. So it's working like this. So let's say you have 50 companies in your wish list. So you add 50 companies on this wish list, and then you apply for 20, for 10, and then you have interview with 3 or 4, and then you get some offers. So you just go there here, and you say, let's say here in the wish list, I want to work for Google, for example. Okay, then you select Google and job title, project manager. Then you save the job. Okay, and then you could add the job description here. You could add the URL. You could add some details, and then in the activities, you can just say, you prepare a specific resume for this job. You prepare a specific cover letter for the job. You prepare, who are the people who will reach out to help you with that job? Who are your references that will help you with that? Did you apply or not apply yet? After you apply, did you follow up? And did they tell you, let's say, will tell you after 3 weeks, 2 weeks? So you need to follow up by email, maybe with the HR or somebody. Then you got the interview, you prep for the interview. Okay. So again, there is so many phases here that will make you organized. So if you don't do those things, you will be lost. You will not know what's happening. You put your contacts here. So Mike, for example, today you put Mike's contact here, and you say Mike Jibara. Sorry for picking on you, Mike. And then you put the title, you put the location, maybe the phone, the email, and then you save. And then Mike is going to be on the contact. So anytime you want to search for Google, you go to Mike, for example. So this makes you easily connect with people and the jobs. Okay. So again, you put your wish list. Then once this job you applied for it, you just move it here. You see how it's easy. Then this one you have an interview. You just move it here. Okay. And then you got an offer. You just move it there. So you see now, after some time, you will. You see, they told me congratulations. So okay, so let me just go back here. Okay, how can I go back? So, and even if you got rejected, you need to learn from this rejection. So rejection is not always a bad thing. So when you get rejected, maybe for small jobs, you could get accepted for bigger jobs. So just learn from the rejections. Why did you got rejected?
That's exactly it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so this is another tool. Are you good so far? Are you following me? Any questions? Am I going too fast?
That's very
No,
good for
that's
you know,
fine.
for tracking or planning, I should say, your your progress. You're tracking it and see, from one step to the next step to the next step, and whatever the result will be. At least you're being, you're tracking. It's all about numbers and, like analytics nowadays. It's all tracking. Be all set. Be ready.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're all good.
No, somebody else was going to say something. I apologize.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
That's fine. Thank you. So yeah, I'm asking if we get rejected for a job. So I want to know, why did I get rejected? Should I send an email and ask for the reasons they didn't accept me in this job?
Yes, normally you have the right to ask. Just ask for it in a way that makes them help. You just don't make them defensive when you ask them. You just give them some way that they can really work with you and really get you to know. Mike, maybe do you have any
Yeah, you
insights on
can you can ask them, where did I fall short? Like, what was it? Was it my skill set? Was it my communications? Or, was it like, what was the reason? If you answered a lot of the technical questions, like he said, always be prepared for the video. If it's sometimes it's body language, it's how you answer the question. If you're nervous, if you're fidgety, if you're calm, if you're positive, it all affects it. And they should tell you why. Why were you rejected, or what did you fall short on? And you know what? It'll only make you better for the next one. And that's all it is to prepare you to be better for the next one.
Yeah.
You hope,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Did that answer your question, Rehab?
Yes, thank you, Mike. But I'm asking in the first place, when I apply to a job and I receive thank you for your application, we decided to proceed with another candidate. So that's very frustrating. Sometimes I don't, my resume is not shortlisted and they don't select me for initial interview either.
So,
Now, could it be the resume? Could it be how you're trying to sell yourself before they actually schedule an interview? And like I think Ahmed was saying earlier on, make sure that your resume reflects the role that you're applying for, whatever it is, whether it's a teacher, whether it's whatever. You've got to make sure you look at the job requirements, and that your resume reflects exactly in detail what they're looking for in the job. You've got to make sure that you differentiate yourself from the other people that have applied for the position. And it's got to be easily identifiable in the resume what they're looking for. And that's key, Sometimes you may forget to put a couple of things down. Well, once you get into the interview and they don't see it, they automatically assume that you didn't have it. And sometimes they'll say, a lot of the recruiters will say, oh, give me a 2-page resume. Well, I'm not a fan of that. I think the more detail you have in there, the better it is. You have one chance to convince them to bring you in. And if they see it, they'll bring you in.
Yeah, and it may not be anything related to you specifically at all. Sometimes things change. They may have somebody internally who was good, and maybe he's just applying for it, and then they just wanted to give him that job to please him or her. So it may not have to do anything with you becoming bad or not good. It may be just things that change in the company. Sometimes they just advertise for the sake of advertising. So
that's right.
Again, so many things. So don't get stuck that yes, you put some effort, you put some energy, but that's the journey of the job search. You have to keep having your funnel, getting more interviews, and that's how you will get more offers, or you will land the job.
And don't be discouraged.
Yes, yes.
Don't be discouraged.
So what I am sharing now is the jobscan.co, and what I wanted you to see here is it's very simple. You put your resume here, you just copy and paste your resume here, and you put your job description here. So let me just try to do something quickly here. Maybe okay, let's maybe just see if they can put us something without putting so much effort. Okay, try your own. I want to show you some. Yeah, here it is. So I don't want to waste again time to put my resume and job description, but again, it is simple. You just put your resume in this side, your job description this side, and then you will get a report like this one. You have 79% match of this scan, and then you have those number of skills that is lacking or that is needed for your to match this job specifically. So when you get that report, you need to work on it to be able to be the best candidate. When that tool run into the ATS, applicant tracking system, you become the best candidate. You become shortlisted. Mike, Eleni, do you want to add anything here? You're in mute. Okay. No worries.
Sorry about that. I've never used that tool, but I'm going to look at it. It seems pretty interesting. Usually, we just scan it, and I'm not sure. And I think companies may use that tracking tool or that scanning tool in order to select the best possible candidate for the role.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Go ahead,
yeah.
Ellen.
Eleni, you want to add anything? No.
Ahmed, Michael here. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
What percentage match would you say a resume should be to be selected?
So well, imagine you are in a market. You have you have $10 and you want to buy the best chocolate in the market. What are you going to do? So you will just check the quality, the look, the feel, everything. So the matching, the more it's higher, the more it gives you that edge. So depending on the profile required, depending on the job description, the more you match, the more you become shortlisted.
Hi, Ahmed. Sorry, I was just picking up something outside my house. I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead, Eleni. Do you want to add anything here?
Sorry, for this, we're talking about the job search?
Yeah, like, Mike was asking, how much match between the job description and my resume should I focus on, like 80%, 90%?
Yeah, so what I would do is I would go through the job description and any of the key points that you can somehow explain in a previous job that you've done. So if it says 5 to 10 years as a project manager, I would literally take that out of the job description, put it in my resume and say 5 to 10 years as a project manager within the IT space doing, and then I would have a list of all of the accomplishments that you've done during that job. But if you are like a 50% match, I would still apply to the job because sometimes they're not looking for a perfect fit. But I would try and tailor your resume as much around the job description as you can. Don't copy and paste it though, because it's obvious, but whatever you can kind of word that's similar to that and highlight in your resume, I think is going to be beneficial.
Thank you, Eleni. Does that answer your question, Mike?
Yes, it does. Thanks.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to move to this job bank of the government of Canada, and this is a very, very good resource for you. So let me just maybe show you how to get there from the beginning. So if you just press type job bank Canada, jobscanada.ca, I guess. Job bank, sorry, jobbank.gc.ca, and again, I can send you all those links. So if you have a profile, you can just sign in. If you don't want to sign in, just go there, and then what you need to do, just go to career planning and choose a career, and then you will find, let's say if you are not sure about your occupation, you just press field of study, and let's say software engineer, for example. Okay, and then you will find lots of things. So let's choose maybe, just for the sake of trying, diploma for the computer science technology, and then you will get this one. So now you will know how much this title gets money in the government, and what is the median, what is the biggest scale here. So this will help you knowing the government salaries, and this is all public. So how many people are employed, how many people not looking, how many employed on this job, and this is based on the people who are applying. So this is a good source for you for the government of Canada. There is also other things like you can search for the job, you can create alerts, you can match, you can resume builder is also a very good one here. So you can just you just need to sign up, and then you will be able to work on your resume. They will show you how to create it, step by step, pick a template, fill the blanks, customize your resume. And again, we'll go through this in the resume section, when we speak about resume. So I don't want to spend time here, but again, I'm just sharing this to let you know how it's happening. Again, some of those things are specifically for IT folks. If you're not working in IT, there might be some other websites to do the same thing. But what I'm sharing here is mostly for IT. So this website, levels.fyi, is gonna tell you how much money you can get if you work for Microsoft, for example, how much money you get if you work for Google, Amazon, Facebook. So let's give it a try. So if I'm a software engineer and I'm gonna be a level 3 or E3 or level 60 in Microsoft, if I press here, then I will know that this person, total estimate, he get or she get 188K, and the salary is 129. They get stocks for 38K, and then they get bonus for 20K. So again, this is just a rough estimate. So when they ask you what salary do you expect if you're going for Google and you're level 3 engineer or software engineer, you safely can ask for this 188 or a gross salary of 129 or 130. So this again gives you an indication. And there is also in the government of Canada the same thing. In Indeed as well, you can find the same thing. So you see here, Indeed, find salaries. You just press here. Am I going too fast, guys? No?
No, that's okay.
Yeah. So if let's say you are you want to check the industry, so this is more broad. So if I want to go for healthcare, for example, I'm gonna work as an administrative assistant. What is the salary range here? Is 54 per year. Well, if I want to do a pharmacist, I'm gonna get 101K per year. Laboratory assistant, 52K. So this will help you. If I want to go for RBC, what are the salaries here? Just check here. So the salaries here, again, there is banking advisor, you get 40K. If you want to be an associate, you get 45K. So again, you see this resource is available for anyone. Just go through it. You will know which job will get you how much money. Okay, going forward. So for the library, you all have your library card. Can you see it? Sorry. Can you see the library card? So
Yeah.
if you're in Canada, this library card will give you access to tons of things, and I will show you how. So this is my library in Ottawa here, OPL. So you just log into the library website. And then when you log in, you will go browse online resources. Can you see it? Yeah, online resources. And then
Yes.
And then online resources will get you tons of great things. It's treasure, really a treasure. So let's say you want to develop some skills, So now they used to have lynda.com. Now it's LinkedIn Learning. So let me just go down. Again, all those things are good. I'm just don't wanna waste your time here with those things now. I want to focus on things that is very important. So see this one, LinkedIn Learning, and formerly lynda.com. So this is a free resource for you with your library card. And this, if you know LinkedIn Learning, tons of things. So if I press here, it will ask me to open my card and add access, and then it will get you to this window. So you go here, you press continue, you select the topics, set goal, and then you will see tons of learnings. Start learning. You see, this is what I put, like learning personal branding, creating your personal brand, business analysis, project management foundation, planning your career, planning your life, digital marketing, tons of resources, and it's all free just because you have the card of the library. Okay, what else? Yeah, on the other side, also in this one, there is another tool which is called Reference Canada. Reference Canada. So I will just go down here. Reference Canada. Yes, here it is. See this one? Reference Canada. If you press here, it will open another window. And this Reference Canada, you will need it to define your targets. So I just need to put my username and password, but it's already open here somewhere. Yes, here. So when you open this one, the website will open, and then there's a quick search, and there is an advanced search. So the quick search, it's insisting to get my information. Okay, let me just do it. So this way it will help you to put those 50 companies that you want to target. So you forget about the quick search, just go to the advanced one. Okay, and this is just like the yellow pages, but in an automated way. So let's say, for example, I wanna work in IT. Okay, so project management. Okay, and I will check the province and the city, and then I wanna know the company that should be big, number of employees. I wanna make sure that they have lots of money. So I will just check how much business expenditure they pay. So let me just choose Ontario, and then in Ontario, I'm gonna select again number of employees. I wanna select the bigger ones, so those ones that have more than 1,000, and then update the count. So I have 637 companies. Okay, let me maybe dig deeper a little bit. So I will just check the management administration. So update the count. So 582. Let me maybe make it even smaller. Update count. Okay, so that's just for the sake of the time. I don't want to spend much time. I will just view results, and then you will get tons of those 500 companies. So 3M Canada, 640 Toronto. So again, just for the sake of exercise, I will maybe go through Accenture, for example. So if I press on Accenture, it will open another window, and then you will know the location. This is the location of Accenture. This is their website. This is their description, business management consultants. Years after first appeared, 2009. So they started 2009, where they have 1,700 employees. Their location sales volume is 380 million. So they have lots of money. I'm sure they'll be hiring. Okay. And accounting, contract, labor. So they pay 500,000 for labor. And if you want to expand this one, no, this one. Yeah, here, this one. So this one, is the photo map and directions where to find them. Where is the... Okay, yeah. So you see, in this one, you see William Morris is the CEO of this company. Okay, so let's assume I want to get my resume to William. So I need to find William in LinkedIn and then see, you know, what I could be of value to William. So if I go there in LinkedIn and put William Morris, his name is William Morris, right? Let me just go back here, make sure I, yeah. Not this one, yeah, here. William Morris, and I can put Accenture. Sometimes it's not updated, but you know, this is what you could do to find people. So yeah, here it is. You see, this is, you know, William. Sometimes they call him Bill. So that's, you know, one of the things that get us confusing sometimes in Canada, but this is it. So you see, he's the CEO of Accenture. So if you connect with him and then, you know, you send him a customized message, what's your value, what's the win-win, and maybe he could maybe tell you, yes, we're hiring, we need, you know, this position, just, you know, connect you to someone. That's how you short circuit. This is how you uncover the unhidden jobs. Okay. What else I wanted to show you? Yeah, so the Meetup and Eventbrite. Are we good so far? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. So the Meetup is, you know, lots of groups, lots of things that you could do, and you could maybe, you know, network with people of yoga, music, Brazilian, you know, martial arts, you know, anything that you comes in your mind, cooking, English, French, you know, Japanese, anything that comes in your mind, you will find it in Meetup. So you connect, you go there, you connect, and you meet people, and that's how you grow your network again. This is Meetup. Eventbrite, again, the same thing. If you, let's say, if you search here, you put networking, for example, and then you either put online events, you will find, you know, this online virtual business networking and speed networking for new business development. It's free. Go for the free ones. Don't pay anything. You know, go there, just connect. You meet people. You know, make sure you grow your network. You know, practice. You know, practice being on the camera. Practice being, you know, speaking. All those things. You will not get it unless you practice. Invest Ottawa. Invest Ottawa is a great resource for you to know the business and the market. So if you go to Invest Ottawa, you check events. You see, where is it? Workshops and events. You see this one? You press there, and it's all free. Just take some time to open. Okay. Okay, until it's open, I want to show you something else also. This one, no, not this one. Not this one too. Yeah, this one here, sorry. So if you go to Indeed in the YouTube, okay, if you go to Indeed in the YouTube, you will find tons of videos that would help you in anything related to the search. Anything, literally. So if you want to work, you know, what should I wear for the work? What are the interview tips? What are the career paths? What do how to choose a career based on your interests? You know, why are you interested in this position? You know, how to change industries or careers. So those are all short videos, 10 minutes or so, that would give you tons of information that you need to be able to land your next job. So if you are sitting at home cooking or you know, doing anything, just watch those while you're cooking. You will hear, you will know, you will get to practice those things. Let me see if this opens. I don't know why it's slow here. But anyway, I'm gonna let it load, but normally you will see lots of events here in Invest Ottawa, and it's all free. Like, what is the difference between incorporation, partnership, or sole proprietorship company? So you see here, it's submit an event. More, you see the calendar. You will go here, for example, February. You have starting your business. So you go this one and attend. If you are attending with people who are starting their own business, you may help them and become part of their team, for example. If you want to know what to do in the taxes, financial forecasting, then you might find, again, some business owners that you could help them. Insurance, and so on. Again, you just press, and then marketing. You just press on the event, register, and join. Okay. What else did I want to show you today? Let me just check my slides if I missed anything. I think I covered most of it. I think that's it. So I'm gonna just show you the last slide here, the call to action, because I don't wanna let you go without a homework. The homework is very important. I'm gonna just show you what I need you to do now, and then I will open up for Q&A. Sorry, it took a little bit more than 1 hour, but again, I wanted to share with you all those information in a short time. Sorry, it's just taking some time here to load. Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen again. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please unmute and tell me your question.
Yep, we can see the screen.
Okay, so this is your homework after this session. So build your plan today. I cannot emphasize, how important this is, and this will save you tons of weeks, months, and frustration and thing that you don't want to miss. Your time is the biggest asset that you have right now. So keep tracking your plan and keep working on it. Again, measure your progress continuously and know what to change. Have someone to work with you on your journey. Reach out, be curious, and ask questions. So with that, I will end it up here. This is my contacts. The next slide. If you want to contact me, you want to connect with me, I'm happy to help you. We can open up now for any Q&A.
We have a question on the chat.
Yeah.
About self-discovery. Which tool should I use to help me? Maybe a behavioral profile test?
So yeah, so for this one, it's a little bit tricky, but if you have to first define your goals, like what exactly the role that I want to do. And when you know that role, then you know what skills you want to gain to get to that job. If those skills you find yourself happy to learn, happy to do, then you continue in that way. If you think that those skills is not matching your values, is not matching what you like to do, what's not motivating for you, then you may want to check something else. So when you assess yourself, you just be curious about, what do I love? What do I really like? Do I like, again, to be with people, or do I want to be alone? Do I want to work in an office space? So, there's tons of questions over the internet, and I could find something maybe to guide you. And there is tons of also free tools to assess yourself. I see someone raises the hand. Ellen, go ahead.
Hi, Ahmed. You talk about a mentor to get a mentor.
Yes.
Do you have some tips? How can I get a mentor? Like
Yeah.
my field is in finance services, like accounting payables, accounting receivables. Do you have some tips for me?
Yes, sure. So if you go to LinkedIn
All right.
and type mentor, let me just, it's in the other window here. If you type mentor in finance, and then you will find people like you see. This guy is Annie, finance IT leader, CPA mentor. So you just connect with him and ask him, can you mentor me? Can you be my mentor? And see if he agrees. Sorry, it's Annie, it's a lady, I guess. You can see from the screen. But yeah, so you got the point. So you just put in LinkedIn mentor and your profile maybe, or your the title, and then you'll find people, connect with them, customize the message, be curious, tell them, I like your profile, you look very good, can you help me, can you mentor me, then most people will be good to accept it.
Thank you.
Good question. No worries. Good question. Anyone else?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I
I
have
have a
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's more for Mike than for you. I'm sorry. It's like you guys are saying about if you're applying always to the same company, but like me, I'm trying to go in the bank field, and like we have like the five biggest banks here: RBC, TD, Scotia. So those are my range of employers. Like those are the employers I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But what do you think? And maybe if Mike can add anything.
Well, maybe, and
what do you
I
guys?
mostly work in staffing and IT, but if you look at like trust companies or trust companies or something of that nature, other than just the big five banks, maybe they may be able to help you. Maybe you can get an entry level job there, or an entrance or an exposure to a role there. Yeah, and sometimes it's very difficult to get into the big banks, but you know what? You just have to keep applying and be persistent and be positive about it. But other financial institutions also, other than trust companies, smaller banks,
But
lending institutions. So.
but do you think it's negative? It's something negative, like if you're always applying for the same five banks. Like I opening my range, like I'm applying also for credit union and those kind of
even
companies.
even some big companies have, like they have an accounting department. Maybe some of the large, you know, it could be construction company. It could be, like an IT company. Look at it. They all have financial departments. Maybe there's something in there that you may be able to do that can, require your skill set. Just broaden your search other than just the banks. Um, but be persistent though, and be positive.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And again, you see, for example, if you go to Indeed, finance and accounting, and then you will find some other companies. So you can work with Costco, you can work with Keep the Dishes, UPS, Amazon, McDonald's, Starbucks. Those all have financed, jobs as well too. So again, the bigger companies you go to, the more strict their processes, the more little bit tougher to get in. The smaller the companies, it's easier to get in, but and you may not get the bigger salary. So there is a compromise here. So you may want to choose both ways, and big get a bigger list of companies, so that at the end of the day you have a funnel. So the more you put in that funnel, at the end you get maybe one or two, then you get a job.
And not only that, probably in a smaller company, you may wear more than one hat. So you'll be learning more than just accounts receivable or accounts payable or whatever the case may be. It'll give you more experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you,
those are all
guys.
good questions. No worries.
We had
And
another question, I believe, from Hihab.
yeah, go ahead, Ihab. Rehab? Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. So I came from a research background and I want to do transition to industry, specifically the pharmaceutical industry. And I did everything, whatever you can imagine. I bought my resume in a job scan and trying to find new keywords, and yeah, I did everything. But the job description, it's super easy to me to do. And sometimes I go to entry level positions, and so, and I know the hiring managers or the recruiters, they never get back to me, and I don't know what to do because
Okay.
I don't have
And
industry experience. I have experience in research, and I'm a newcomer. I get
okay.
my credentials from outside Canada, so yeah.
So what would be the closer title to your role here in Canada? Do you know that first of all, or you don't know it? Like your
Yes, I know. I know. I apply for many roles. I apply for application scientist, microbiology, quality control, medical, technical writer. I tried because, but most likely I tend to have a technical role, quality control, and
What do you
yeah.
want to do though? You've applied for a multitude of roles. What do you want to do?
I have more experience in quality control or microbiology, microbiologist to do some bench work. Okay, it's pretty close to what I learned in research, and I think this is the most or the most relevant role to my experience. And but for yeah but yeah, I went for training for one week in a company, and it was like a co-op training. Yeah, but I didn't like. I'm not sure because of the company, or I didn't like it and I wasn't happy. But and after I contracted COVID, so I have to stay at home. And so yeah, I just worked for 1 week, and yeah, but I wasn't happy at all. So I'm trying to change my mind and to get something like a technical writer, or or to work in something like field application scientist. So yeah, I'm lost and I'm confused. I don't know where
Well, you
to
know
put
what?
my.
Maybe you can just whatever Ahmed was saying there about mentoring. Maybe on LinkedIn, if you're able to target somebody in the profession or the field that you would like to get into, and maybe see if there's a mentor there, and try that route, and pick their brains on how they got the job, or what they recommend that you can do in that space, that field.
Yeah. So yeah, as great tip, Mike. Yeah. So I was in your situation before, and what I did is you write the job title in LinkedIn, and then you start checking people. Like you see Mark Coulter, you just maybe open his profile and see that this looks like something that you want to do. If whatever he's doing is something that you are targeting to do as well, then you connect with Mark, just ask him for an informational interview. And when you do the information interview, you will learn more about what he or she is doing, and then you will be able to decide if that's a good thing to target. Do you like it or you don't like it? And then if you like it, then yes, you continue. If you don't like it, then maybe you find something else. Does that help you a little bit here?
Yes, that's very helpful. I tried to do informationals with some boosters or some LinkedIn contacts, and it was really helpful. And but yeah, they advised me because yeah, they advised me to do this CMC technical role. But I have to study some related stuff, like good clinical practice and ICH and some FDA guidelines, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the problem here, it's like, because of I don't have experience in this field, so I find it super difficult for me to put my step in the and to put my foot in the door, and even they don't accept me to do as like entry-level position or something. And I have been in this for more than 1.5 years, so I'm trying to find a survival job right now. But yeah, it's very frustrating.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
your best bet, Rehab, here is to do lots of information interview, because you're lacking what is the right first step. And I can help you if you're in IT, but in pharmaceutical, this is not my field.
Yeah.
I may not really be able to help you, but what I really advise you here, the more people you speak with, the more information and the more direction you will have. So keep doing those information interview until you really get to that recipe, until you really understand what should be your first step. Should I volunteer? Should I become
That's
an
a good one there.
assistant? Should I start as a survival job in a pharmacy, maybe for some time? Again, there is definitely a way. So many people were in your place before. You just need to find those people, ask them what they did, and do something similar.
Yes, yeah, I will do so. But for now, yeah, I'm looking for a survival job to do from home because I have children. So yeah, I'm looking for customer service representative or something like that.
There is also customer service. Yeah, if you check Costco, they have tons of jobs like that. I'm not sure if it's from home or not, but they might be moving to home.
Sorry, also Scotiabank has some positions available. You can check that.
Scotiabank, yeah.
Yeah, they have some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One more
excellent.
thing.
Thank you.
Actually, Cross has many opportunity from home, so I think maybe it can match one of your skills. Because, for example, you can take a job like a trainer, just prepare some presentation and teach the staff some skills or some policy or stuff like that, and relate to the medication, which would be useful for you. So try to look for the Red Cross as well.
Red Cross. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah, unfortunately, I have advanced degree in microbiology, PhD, but it's except medical. It's not medical field. It's yeah, it's come from science background.
No, actually, I will share with you my story because my wife has medical background, but she started with Red Cross as a safety advisor, health and safety advisor, just taking a course free, okay, online. After that, she tailored her resume and she involved with them.
You see, this is the beauty of the community.
Yeah,
You
and
see,
now she is a public health lead in Ontario with the Red Cross.
Amazing.
amazing. Yeah, that's true. So you see, there is always a way, Rehab. The community is one of the key important things for you to get the job. You see, I didn't know this. Muhammad is sharing this. You may
Thank you,
be helping
Mohammed.
someone else tomorrow. So please keep coming and keep being curious.